Gentlemen, if you woke up last night stumbling half asleep to the bathroom again, gripping the wall for balance, praying for a strong stream that never comes, listen carefully because what I'm about to tell you could change the way you think about your prostate forever. Most men believe their prostate problems are caused by age, bad genetics, or simply getting older. But after treating thousands of men over the age of 60, I discovered something shocking. The real problem for many men is not what they are eating. It is not testosterone. It is not even their prostate itself. It is the way they drink water every single day. And here's the scary part. Most men are unknowingly making their prostate more swollen, their bladder more irritated, and their nights more miserable because of hydration mistakes they repeat every day without realizing it. That weak stream, that burning feeling, that constant pressure, that humiliating drip after you zip up, those endless bathroom trips all night long. For many men, it starts improving the moment hydration changes. My name is Dr. William. For more than 30 years, I've helped men regain bladder control, reduce prostate irritation, and finally sleep through the night again. And today, I want to show you the exact hydration strategy that has helped countless men stop waking up every hour and start feeling normal again. But stay with me until the end, because one small mistake almost every man makes before bed may be secretly destroying his bladder while he sleeps. And once you hear it, you'll never look at nighttime water the same way again. Now, let me ask you something. How many times did you wake up last night to pee? Once, twice, 3 times, maybe more? Because if you are waking up constantly, it's not just exhausting your bladder. It's exhausting your brain, your hormones, your energy, your confidence, and your body's ability to recover. And the terrifying part is this. Most men think it's normal. It's not. Here's what happens inside your body. When you go long hours without proper hydration, your urine becomes concentrated and acidic. That urine sits inside the bladder like irritation trapped in a balloon. Then it presses against the prostate, which already surrounds the urethra like a tight ring. The more irritated the bladder becomes, the more inflamed the prostate becomes. And when the prostate swells, the urinary pathway narrows. Suddenly your stream weakens. You stand there waiting, pushing, straining, shaking, trying to empty completely, but you never feel empty. And that leftover urine becomes another problem because stagnant urine increases irritation even more. That's when the dribbling starts. That's when the urgency hits. That's when you stop trusting your own body. I had a patient tell me once, Dr. William, I stopped going to the movies because I was afraid I'd have to get up 3 times during the film. Another stopped taking road trips. Another stopped sleeping in the same bed as his wife because he didn't want to wake her up all night. Do you understand what this steals from a man? Not just sleep, freedom, confidence, peace. But here's the good news. The body responds incredibly fast when you stop irritating the bladder. And the first mistake almost every man makes begins within minutes of waking up. The coffee mistake. Most men wake up dehydrated. After 6 to 8 hours of sleep, your body has already lost fluid through breathing, circulation, and basic metabolism. Your urine is naturally more concentrated in the morning. Your bladder is sensitive. Your prostate is tense. Your body is craving hydration. But instead of giving it water, most men hit their bladder with coffee, and caffeine immediately forces the kidneys to dump even more water. Think about what happens next. Now your body becomes even more dehydrated, your urine becomes even more concentrated, the bladder gets irritated, the prostate tightens, and suddenly your morning becomes a battle. You feel pressure, urgency, weak flow, burning, and many men spend the entire day trying to recover from what they did in the first 10 minutes after waking up. I'm not saying you can never drink coffee. I drink coffee myself, but timing matters. Water first, coffee second. That single shift alone changes everything for many men, because when you drink water before caffeine, the bladder is protected. The urine is diluted. The prostate relaxes instead of tightening, and many men notice relief within 48 hours. Now here comes another mistake that silently destroys sleep. And this one is so common that nearly every man watching this is probably doing it right now. The desert to flood pattern. Here's what that means. You barely drink water all day. Maybe 1 small glass in the morning, a few sips in the afternoon. You stay busy, distracted, you ignore thirst. Then nighttime comes, and suddenly you remember you barely drank anything. So what do? You chug 2 or 3 giant glasses before bed thinking you're being healthy. But your bladder experiences that like a flood. Your kidneys rush to process it. Your bladder stretches. Your prostate gets compressed. And now your body has no choice but to wake you up over and over all night long. This is why so many men lie in bed staring at the ceiling after 2 a.m., Not fully asleep, not fully awake, just waiting for the next bathroom trip. And the more your sleep breaks apart, the worse inflammation becomes. Poor sleep increases stress hormones. Stress hormones increase inflammation. Inflammation irritates the bladder. The bladder wakes you up again. It becomes a vicious cycle. But here's what most men never realize. Hydration is not about flooding. It's about rhythm. Your body loves steady hydration. Small amounts, consistent timing, gentle flow. That's how you calm the bladder. That's how you reduce irritation. That's how you stop waking up every hour. And there's another huge mistake men make while trying to fix their bladder: aggressive morning chugging. You've probably heard someone say, drink a giant bottle of water first thing in the morning to flush toxins. For some people, that may feel fine, but for men with prostate issues, it can backfire badly because your bladder is a muscle. And when you suddenly flood it with a huge amount of water, especially after a long night, you overstretch it. That creates urgency, pressure, instability. And for men with enlarged prostates, the bladder struggles even harder to empty against the narrowed urethra. That means leftover urine. More irritation, more dribbling, more frustration. I've had men tell me they felt like they needed to pee again 5 minutes after leaving the bathroom. That's not your imagination. That's bladder fatigue. The solution is not force. The solution is control. Slow hydration, steady hydration, warm hydration. And this next point may be the most important thing I say in this entire video. Never wait until you're thirsty, because thirst is not an early signal. It's a late warning. By the time most men feel thirsty, the bladder is already irritated, the urine is already concentrated, the prostate is already inflamed. And here's the problem after 60. The body's thirst signals become weaker. So many men walk around dehydrated all day without even realizing it. Then they wonder why the stream weakens, why urgency appears suddenly, why the dribble gets worse, why nights become unbearable. Your body is not betraying you. It's begging you for consistency. Now, let me show you the exact hydration routine I teach my patients. And pay attention, because this is where many men begin noticing changes within days. The first step starts the moment you wake up. Before coffee, before breakfast, before checking your phone, drink a glass of warm water, not ice cold, not huge, not aggressive, warm, slow, gentle, about 10 to 14 ounces. This immediately helps dilute concentrated urine from overnight. It relaxes the bladder, improves circulation, calms the nervous system, and reduces that tight, irritated feeling many men wake up with. One patient told me the first warm glass felt like his bladder finally relaxed after years of tension. Now, after that first glass, don't flood yourself. Instead, sip steadily throughout the day. This is the real secret. Small amounts every hour, not giant bursts. Around 4 to 6 ounces every hour keeps the bladder calm without overwhelming it. Think of your bladder like skin. Too dry and it cracks, too flooded and it stretches. But balanced hydration keeps it healthy. This steady sipping pattern keeps urine diluted, reduces irritation, supports pelvic circulation, and prevents those sudden desperate urges. Now, here's another critical point. Afternoon caffeine destroys many men. Around midday, energy drops. Men feel tired, so they reach for more coffee, energy drinks, tea. But caffeine can tighten the bladder and increase urgency. Instead, try replacing that afternoon caffeine with water for just a few days. Many men are shocked how quickly the bladder calms down. And now we come to the nighttime rule. This one changes sleep for countless men. Finish your last large glass of water at least 1 hour before bed. Not because water is bad, but because your kidneys need time to process it before sleep. This simple shift alone can dramatically reduce nighttime bathroom trips. I had one man tell me he slept 6 uninterrupted hours for the first time in years after making this one change. He woke up emotional because he forgot what real sleep felt like. And gentlemen, sleep matters more than most men realize, because every time your sleep gets interrupted, your body loses recovery. Your stress hormones rise, inflammation increases, the bladder becomes more sensitive, and the cycle continues. Now, let me tell you about Robert. Robert was 67 years old, former Marine, strong man, tough man, the kind of man who never complained. But when he sat in my office, he looked broken. He said, Dr. William, I don't even trust my own body anymore. He was waking up 5 times every night. He stopped golfing, stopped traveling, stopped going out to dinner because he was terrified of needing the bathroom constantly. And what hurt him most wasn't the inconvenience. It was the humiliation, that feeling that his life was getting smaller. I taught him this hydration system: warm water in the morning, steady sipping through the day, less caffeine, no flooding at night. 3 days later, he called my office. He said, I slept 5 straight hours. A week later, he was sleeping through most nights. 2 weeks later, he told me something I'll never forget. He said, I finally stopped planning my life around bathrooms. That's what this is really about. Not just urination, freedom, confidence, control. And here's what I want every man watching to understand. Your body can improve. You are not doomed. This is not simply the price of aging. Yes, the prostate changes with age, but inflammation responds incredibly fast when you stop irritating the system. Many men feel improvement within days, not months, days. Now imagine what your life could feel like a week from now. Imagine going to bed without anxiety. Imagine sleeping deeply. Imagine standing at the toilet and actually feeling empty. Imagine leaving the house without fear. Imagine driving long distances again. Imagine not constantly searching for the nearest bathroom. That kind of freedom changes a man emotionally. Because truth is, prostate problems don't just attack the bladder. They attack confidence. They attack independence. They quietly convince men to shrink their lives, but your life does not have to shrink. Start tomorrow morning, 1 warm glass of water, slow sipping through the day, no flooding at night. That's it. Simple changes, powerful results. And as you start noticing improvements, the stronger stream, the calmer bladder, the deeper sleep, pay attention to how quickly the body responds when it finally gets support instead of stress. Gentlemen, your comeback starts with the smallest habits. And sometimes the first step toward getting your life back is as simple as learning how to drink water the right way. If this message helped you, stay connected, because every week I share practical strategies designed specifically for men over 60 who want more energy, stronger bladder control, better sleep, and a healthier life. And before you go, I want you to do one thing. Tomorrow morning before coffee, drink that warm glass of water. Then come back and tell me how you feel after 3 days. You may be shocked by what starts to change.